In Washington, the Capitol building is now surrounded by fencing once again. A temporary barrier was installed ahead of a rally tomorrow called Justice for J6. It's in support of the people charged after storming the Capitol building January 6th. It's expected to have a smaller crowd, but security officials are preparing in case of violence. Capitol Police have already requested assistance from the National Guard.
I believe that they're well equipped to handle what may or may not occur.
It looks like we're over-prepared this time, even as we were under-prepared on January 6th.
Congress will not be in session this weekend. Former President Trump issued a statement yesterday condemning the prosecution of the people arrested after the January 6th insurrection. Joining us now on the phone is DePaul University professor and terrorism analyst Tom Makaitis. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Do we know what's different about this group versus the January 6th group? Is there a new leader, a different leader? How important is it to find a leader?
Well, the leader is widely known. It's Matt Braynard, who founded an organization called Look Ahead America. And they created about 6 months ago something called #Free Political Prisoners or something like that. For the January 6th people have been arrested. They set this up, I think, about a month or so ago. It's on their website to come and rally in order to get them freed. They consider them patriots. They consider they were only expressing their First Amendment rights and so on. So it's pretty open. Of course, the question is nobody knows who will show up, and that's the worry. But I think I agree with the authorities on this one that it is less likely to be a large turnout event.
And talk about the worry about people that they don't know about. I know we've talked about lone wolf people in the past, but that seemed to happen on January 6th that they might not be able to prepare for it all.
That's the intelligence assessment released in March by the Director of National Intelligence raised that exact point. That for 2021 there will be a heightened alert or a heightened threat level, but it will come from small groups and individuals, and it's extremely hard to prevent it. I mean, we saw that in the case of the El Paso, Texas shooter, that it's not hard to get a gun, it's not hard to find a target-rich environment, and so on. I think in this case, there's going to be such tight security and screening around the venue that'll be problematic. There is a worry that, online, some of the people have said, well, don't go to Washington. They're trying to entrap you so they can arrest you. Do something locally. That, to me, is a real cause for concern, because they mentioned synagogues, liberal churches, who knows, whatever. So I think, unfortunately, that's the real threat, not the big rally itself.
Yeah, well, and the threat, Tom, may be people who are normally law-abiding citizens sometimes do things in a mob that they wouldn't do if they weren't in a mob. How do you defend against that?
Well, that's, I think the way you defend it is the way the FBI has done it. I think that a great deal of the violence on January 6th was opportunistic, people getting caught up in the excitement, as you described. But when they got there was so little security that really created the opportunity. If they show up and see a robust security presence, it's less likely that they can do that. Not impossible, but less likely. Unfortunately, by putting all that money into security and everything else, what we have done is, in a sense, give them something of what they wanted, which is attention.
All right, Tom Makaitis, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tom.
Happy to do it.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, you guys. Good morning. Temperature-wise today, we've